Namaste. Namah
Shivaya.
Shivaya. Welcome, everybody. Thank you for muting yourself. We have a lot of people that are going to be listening back to the recording, so we just want to be sensitive to that. And for those of you that don't know us, I'm Denise Skinhart,
Michael Fierso.
and we're hosting the amazing Pundit Samavedula, who's some of you have met at our yagyas and programs here, and we're in a very interesting time, as you all know, and he's here to talk to us a little bit about the energies. So those of you that wrote in questions, wow, great job. We have sent them to Punditji and we'll answer them. We've asked that you stay on mute. You can also write things into the chat. And Punditji is going to go through kind of a little PowerPoint, and he's looked at the energies for the month. And so we just ask you to hold your questions or write in the chat, and we'll make sure we monitor the chat as we go through. So, is there anything you want to say as you introduce Punditji?
Yeah, I just want to welcome Namaste Punditji.
Namaste.
I've known him for, I guess now 20 plus years now, and we've done Vedic ceremonies all over the world, Boulder and Colorado and Varanasi, India, and Mount Fuji, Japan, and it's it's just a great blessing to have him call him my friend and for having him on to talk to us about these times right now. We just thought it would be really helpful for us navigating. We were just talking a little bit before about how we were looking at our charts and Punji was saying everybody's bipolar right now. We were like, oh, it's not just us? No, no. So we're just happy that you're here to join us and to share in his wisdom, and hopefully we can navigate these next lunar eclipse, solar eclipse, and whatever else we have in store for
For the March.
2026.
Yeah.
Uh,
The
so.
the other thing, Punditji will be going through the signs. So this is in Vedic astrology. So if you don't know your Vedic sign, we suggest you look that up. And he is looking at your moon sign. So just so you know, as he goes through the PowerPoint. So
And maybe that'll be one of our questions. What's the difference between a Vedic and a Western astrology?
yeah.
Put that in your little in the background there, Banerjee.
Yeah. So I'm gonna hand it over to you
Mhm.
and mute us, and you are
Thank you. So let me share my presentation first. Let's start with the prayer. Welcome everyone, and welcome the divine energy today in our class, and bless us. Om. गुरुर्ब्रह्मा गुरुर्विष्णुः गुरुदेवो महेश्वरः गुरुः साक्षात् परब्रह्म तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। सदाशिवसमारम्भां शङ्कराचार्यमध्यमाम् अस्मदाचार्यपर्यन्तां वन्दे गुरुपरम्पराम्। ॐ श्रीमात्रे नमः। शरदिन्दुविकासमन्दासान् स्फुरदिन्दीवरलोचनाभिरामाम् अरविन्दसमानसुन्दरास्याम् अरविन्दासनसुन्दरीम् उपासे। ॐ श्रीमहागणाधिपतये नमः। श्रीमहासरस्वत्यै नमः। हरिः ॐ। Namaste to everyone and welcome to my class today, and thank you for organizing. Thank you to Global Awareness Trust, Michael and Denise, Uh, I'm very much thankful to you organizing this kind of and bringing this kind of an knowledge to people. It is very important because we all are definitely with a lot of questions in mind in our personal and mundane life, and very confused, and we all live in illusion. Come to the I can say my best of ability. I will speak with my experience, with my knowledge and my wisdom, because wisdom comes with an experience. It's very, very important. So, and my experiences recently, what I have seen recently, I have done a one webinar called Shiva Sadhana. And why, what is the importance of that Shiva Sadhana on Mahashivratri day, one day before Mahashivratri, I have done that. So it's again, everyone, we are all living in the same world, same universe, in a different parts of the world, different parts of the countries, but we are all connected each other. So it is very important. And if all your, like, your audience is, if you all interested to learn more like this, I am ready to do this like in once in a month sessions. So that way you all will be connected in one group. And this is like in a seed today we are doing, and this seed, the tree can grow more with the wisdom. And the name of the trust also global awareness. So we should aware ourselves in the global level and where we are. We don't need to change the whole universe or world, but we should be make difference in our surroundings. That is the way to connect each other. So I'm directly going into my presentation. I prepared this presentation on Vedic astrology in times of transition, especially focusing on month of March. And I know I have got a lot of questions about different questions, and we will go through those questions as well. And Denise and Michael may ask me some more questions, and I'm ready. Okay, thank you. Om Namah Shivaya. So March 26 is we consider as a month of karmic. Um, it's a karmic energy. It's a lot of karmic energy is there. So let me. Well, before again, normally what happens is anytime I talk at the end, I forgot what I'm doing. So I just want to let you all know what I'm doing. And if you are interested, you can think about it to join in these programs and these offerings. As in Varanasi, we are doing with 11 trained Vedic Pundits every single day, 365 days. Some of you, I think, already signed up for this. And if you would like, you can join. And every day there is a live streaming also is happening. And in actually tomorrow is a Sunday, is a full moon. So we have a Monday, 2nd March is the Falguna Purnima in India. We are doing a full moon yajna, Tara yajna, full moon yajnas we are doing. And then Tara yajna. Tara is one of the Mahavidya, and you can connect with the Buddhist tradition as well. So now here, the Vedic astrology in times of transition. March 2026, a month of karmic recalibration. March 2026 is not an ordinary month astrologically, because there are a lot of changes, a lot of transits are happening. You will next slide, you will see the transits, the dates. From a Jyotish standpoint, Jyotish is like a Vedic astrology standpoint. It represents a transition corridor, a passage, a passage where emotional, karmic, and structural energies reorganize simultaneously. There's a lot of Saturn influence you can see here, and Saturn does not destruct, Saturn reorganize things. This is not a month of loud expansion, it is a month of inner restructuring. So important March 2026 dates are March 2nd, Mars enters Pisces. March 3rd, full moon, lunar eclipse in Virgo. Basically, for us is second night. In India is the third, so that is the way the eclipse. March 6th is the Venus enters Aries. March 10th, Jupiter stations direct. March 18th, new moon in Pisces. March 20th, Sun enters Aries, Mercury stations direct. March 30th, Venus enters Taurus. So these are some key points, key dates. So why March feels like a transition month? Because heavy Pisces activation, which is Meena Rashi, Revati Nakshatra, and Sun, which is mid-month, Mercury retrograde, debilitated early, Venus exalted, Mars and Saturn influencing Meena. Meena means Pisces. So Meena is a Pisces, the 12th sign, and that is the Moksha Rashi, the sign for the liberation, dissolution, surrender, karmic closure. When multiple grahas gather in Moksha sign, old identities dissolve, emotional fatigue increases, spiritual longing intensifies, material clarity temporarily weakens. So you can correlate this to if you are a Pisces sign. All right, so now Shani entering Meena marks a collective emotional maturity cycle. Saturn in Pisces, because I said Saturn creates a lot of reorganizing. It's not destruction, but it's reorganizing. Emotional boundaries, spiritual authenticity, illusions, escapism tendencies. Is your faith structured or emotional? This transition is subtle but deep. People feel it is a quiet pressure, responsibility without excitement, slow restructuring. Mercury debilitated and retrograde. As in the second slide, I showed you the dates according to those transitions. Buddha in Meena loses analytical sharpness, and that result is miscommunication, emotional decision making, reconsideration of past agreements, delays in paperwork. This supports reflection and not initiation. So Mercury debilitated and retrograde can affect on these areas. So, and this is all in March. Lunar eclipse on Virgo Pisces axis. So just now, Michael asked the question, what is the difference between the Western and Vedic astrology? Vedic astrology is, the ultimate truth. The Western astrology is a guide and taken some of the points from the Vedic astrology. And more Vedic astrology is based on the moon signs, and Western astrology based on the sun. So here, at the end, the results mostly the same, but there is a saying in Sanskrit, Ekam sad vipraha bahudha vadanti, means The truth is one, but everyone's saying different way. Like we need to reach to an international airport, but they have different highways, the freeways. So lunar eclipse on Virgo Pisces axis, eclipse energy is very much activates on health and karma, work-life correction, service versus surrender imbalance, relationship clarity, all these things very, very important on, and it will be very active this lunar eclipse. Eclipse during heavy Pisces transit amplify emotional release, avoid launching major projects around eclipse days. If eclipse days means 1 week before, 1 week after is eclipse days. And eclipse is pretty strong. This it's a total lunar eclipse. Especially in America, it is there. In Los Angeles area, it's there, and all over America also is visible. And I will talk to you a little bit about eclipse later. But this eclipse is, the best time for the sadhana, and best time for joining in the remedial work also. It is very important. So the eclipse, in what areas it help? It will be affect emotionally, sensitivity increase, old memories surface, desires for solitude, heightened in intuition, professionally slowdowns, revisions, authority changes, career reflection. In spiritual level, excellent for mantra recitation, mantra sadhana, mantra initiation, strong Shiva vibration. Because, as I said, this is a lot of time shifting. And the time represents by the Shiva, Kala. Kalaya is the name for the Shiva. And Mahakala is in one of the Jyotirlinga in Ujjain. Deep meditation access and pilgrimage impulse also is very much in during this eclipse time. So who feels this most? The eclipse. Strong impact on Pisces moon lagna. Aquarius moon beginning Sadesati phase shift. Virgo moon eclipse axis. Those he in Saturn or Mercury dasha. And Purva Falguni Nakshatra. This is happening on the one of the moon constellation called Purva Falguni Nakshatra. One second. So how to navigate March 2026? Again, I'm just giving you this is as in a collective consciousness, and then in a group, it's an overall thing, but everyone has a different way. Every case to case is different, but in overall, we all can connect in this area. Stabilize the mind, moon remedy, Monday fasting, milk abhishekam, which is the bathing ceremony to Shiva, Chandra mantra for Lord Moon, like a planet moon. Early sleep discipline is also will help. And strengthen Saturn structure over emotion. How you do that? Sesame oil lamp Saturdays, serve elderly people, avoid procrastination, and keep daily routine fixed. Not only these things, of course, in the month of March, but in general also it will be good, but especially for the month of March I'm talking about. And in the point of more the eclipse as well. Now, aligns with Shiva energy, March is ideal for, because everyone should do the Shiva energy, because recently we just finished the Mahashivratri. It's a beautiful night, and believe it, we had a great celebration in my temple here in Costa Mesa in Los Angeles. Over 3,000 people visited in 24 hours. And it's a lot of Shiva energy and vibrations. So Om Namah Shivaya 100 times, 8 times daily. And Rudrabhishekam daily or Mondays. This Rudrabhishekam which I started on Mahashivratri day, 365 days. You can join that too. That is the best program. Mahamrutyunjaya during eclipse window for the health, and silence once in a week at least. Practice a silence practice once in a week. If you from sunrise to sunset. If you cannot, try to do first start silence practice, maybe a couple of hours a day, and then slowly you can increase. Avoid these mistakes during this month of March. Signing impulsive agreements, emotional financial investments, relationship ultimatums, and overreacting to temporary confusion. So do not overreact if something is happening. Just calm down, think, things will get better. Give a time to yourself. The spiritual teaching of March 2026 is in Vedic astrology, the transition periods are karmic rebalancing windows. March is a dissolving month, a karmic purification phase, a spiritual redirection period, not a material acceleration month. It is like the tide pulling back before returning stronger. Like if you want to jump 10 feet ahead, come 20 feet back. Like a tiger. Whenever if you see tiger jumps, it goes a couple of feet back and then it jumps. Like a jaguar picture if you imagine the jaguar picture. Core message for the month of March is if life feels slower or uncertain in March, it does not mean regression. It means restructuring. This is a month to clean inner space, release outdated attachments, strengthen daily sadhana, daily spiritual sadhana, either meditation or mantra chant or something, listening chants is very important. Build quiet discipline. Growth resumes with clarity after emotional purification. So now I'm going through all the 12 Vedic Rashis, the zodiac signs. The Aries, Mesha Rashi, these all are moon signs, okay, as Denise mentioned in the beginning. So if you are in the Mesha, the Aries moon, focus 12th house, expense, sleep, foreign links, spirituality, increased expenditures and travel possibilities, sleep disturbance or vivid dreams, good for meditation, retreat, mantra sadhana. The best mantra for this month is Namah Shivaya, Namah Shivaya, Namah Shivaya. Nothing else. Not even Om. Just say Namah Shivaya, Namah Shivaya. Just that mantra. High energy with Mars boosting your career. Expect leadership opportunities and personal renewal as the sun enters your sign on March 20th. Caution, avoid impulsive investment mid-month. Remedy, Om Namah Shivaya 108 times daily, donate white rice Mondays. Again, I'm making it very comprehensive and very like small. How I can explain is in a shortened version. But if you want specifically for yourself for this month or for next quarter or next 1 year, you can schedule a consultation, and definitely I'm able to work with you directly one-to-one. Now, Rishabha, Taurus. Again, you can align yourself if you are Taurus rising, Taurus moon. Focus 12th house, 11th house, gains, networks, fulfillment, financial growth through the contacts, support from elders, siblings, or community. Jupiter strengthen long-term stability. A strong month for financial stability and career growth. Use the momentum to secure your financial future. Caution, avoid overconfidence in speculative ventures. Remedy, Guru Mantra, Thursday. Feed cows, yellow charity. Yellow charity is giving bananas to distribute bananas, wearing yellow clothes, and the mantra for the Jupiter, Om Gurave Namaha. Om Gurave Namaha. Next, Mithuna, Gemini. The focus 10th house, career, the 10th house is the main focus, career and that authority, professional restructuring or leadership changes, miscommunication possible due to the Mercury weekend's early month, public visibility increases, focus on inner faith and professional networking. The eclipse on March 2nd, 3rd brings a turning point. Caution, double check contracts before mid-month. Remedy is Mercury Mantra, Wednesdays, or fasting on Wednesdays. These are the remedies you can do. And distributing the green moong dal in donation, or giving green flowers. I don't know what kind of a green flowers you get, but green flowers to give your loved ones. Now, Karkataka Rashi, the Cancer. The focus is 9th house, Dharma, which is your righteous path, blessings and travel. Pilgrimage, yoga strong, you can pilgrimage yoga strong, means you can join in the yogas and yoga asanas and practice yoga asanas. Supreme and support from mentors. Good time for spiritual study. Many people think, okay, I will do my spiritual practice later. That later never comes. So join now. If you have a group meditations, join now. Because the group collective consciousness, very important for this cosmic energy. Good time for spiritual study, significant career acceleration and recognition are likely. Your hard work in previous month will pay off. Caution, avoid ego clashes with father or guru, teacher, or your parents, especially the male, the father. Don't go into ego clash. Remedy, offer water to Surya daily. Vishnu Sahasranama recitation. Om Suryaya Namaha is the mantra. And I'm giving you this mantra. I did not put it in this, but I will add these mantras later on, and I can share this presentation. So, Dennis, you can share to everyone, all the registered people. And Vishnu Sahasranama, the 1,000 names of Vishnu, it takes for 22 minutes to listen every day. And especially on Thursdays. All right. Next is Leo, Simha Rashi. The 8th house is the main focus, transformation, emotional intensity, Sudden events bring maturity. Research, occult, healing favorable. Results will be in your favor, but you have to be patient. Authority expands fast. You may see major professional breakthroughs and opportunities to take charge. Caution, avoid risky ventures around eclipse. Remedy, Mahamrutyunjaya mantra for especially health and healing. Mahamrutyunjaya remedy or yagya can be performed. Rudrabhishekam on Mondays can be performed. Now, the next Rashi, the next sign is Kanya, Virgo. Seventh house, partnership, main focus. Relationship testing or clarification. Marriage discussion intensify. Business partnership require practice and patience. The lunar eclipse in your sign March 3rd focus you to reevaluate personal goals and emotional needs. It is very important for you if you are a Virgo, Kanya Rashi. Caution, avoid confrontations near eclipse. Remedy is the Shukra mantra, Venus, on Fridays, and white sweets offering. Offer to people some white sweets like a rasagulla or whatever, Indian sweets or whatever the white sweets, or white flowers also will be and white clothes will be good. Tula, Libra, focus sixth house main and health and competition. Victory over competitors can be done, but don't be egoistic. Good for starting disciplined routine. Health improvement possible with an effort. A focus on relationships and balancing work-life pressures. The end of the month brings better harmony. So patience is very important. Don't let go your emotions. Hold tight. Caution, avoid stress-related illness. Remedy, Hanuman mantra or Hanuman sadhana, Lord Hanuman, on Tuesdays, chanting or listening Hanuman Chalisa. Avoid overwork, and fasting on Tuesdays also will be beneficial. Vrishchika, Scorpio, the fifth house, creativity and children, the main focus. Good month for mantra siddhi. So if you do a mantra, if you're doing a couple of years mantra, it is a time for you to enjoy the fruit. Romantic matters active. Children related responsibilities increase. Strong financial gains and career luck. Your efforts bring tangible, long-lasting results. So definitely it's a good month with caution. Avoid speculative gambling. Remedy is for this Rashi is Devi Upasana, means meditating on the Divine Mother, offering red flowers to the mothers or spouse or girlfriends, especially your female friends, and fasting on Fridays will be helpful. Dhanu, Sagittarius, the fourth house main focus is home and property. Domestic adjustments, property related decisions may arise, so be careful. Emotional cleansing phase might be you going through, so let the emotional and if you're a female personality, you may go through if you are especially in the menopause time, be very sensitive. This month can be big change. Generally considered the luckiest sign this year, with opportunities for growth and expansion. Caution is postpone real estate decision until clarity returns. Remedy, Chandra mantra, the moon mantra on Mondays, and donating milk or offering milk on Shivalinga will be very helpful. And mantra is Om Chandraya Namaha. The Makara, the Capricorn, the focus is third house, courage and communication, important. Short travel beneficial can be happen, and your skills towards to communication can be sharpened, and a strong initiative and planning can be very strong. Like you can do much better. Mars in your sign ensures discipline, massive career momentum. Expect high visibility and success in your career. Caution is control harsh speech. Remedy, sesame oil lamp Saturdays and Shani mantra, and fasting on Saturdays, and offering sesame seeds to the cows, and Saturn yajna can be done. And Kumbha, the Aquarius, the second house is the main focus, finance and speech. And family and financial restructuring can be happen in this month. Speech and plan, and speech karma important. Like if you want to learn about karmic importance, you can learn also. Middle phase Sadesati influence felt. Sometimes, this Aquarius are going through the Sadesati 7.5 years of Saturn, you may feel very strong. A period of reflection and preparing for a new exciting phase in your career. Caution, avoid arguments within family. Remedy is Shani mantra, charity to elderly. The old people, like old age homes, you can go and do the voluntary work, or hospitals. Last but not least, Meena, Pisces. First house, main focus is first house, identity and health. Major life restructuring may happen in this month. Lot of thinking, lot of pre-planning for the future. Emotional sensitivity heightened, and spiritual awakening potential is pretty strong. So you have to be very, very settled and keep your sadhana very important. Keeping your sadhana. Do not let go. Sun and Mars transit your sign, providing energy for new beginnings and spiritual growth. The new moon, March 18th, brings personal renewal. Caution, avoid sudden life-changing decisions. Overnight decisions, don't do that. I always tell people, settle a good thought with a cash payment and bad thought with a post-dated check. So don't take an immediate action. Remedy for this is Rudra Japa daily. Listening of 169 mantras of Rudra. Rudra, Namaste Rudra Manyava Utota Ishave Namaha. Namaste Astu Dhanvane Bahubhya Mutate Namaha. Jata Isha Shivatama Shivam Babhuvate Dhanu. These are the mantras. And participating daily Rudra Abhishek Yagyas. And anonymous charity. When you do a charity, don't tell others. Don't let know others. Do it on your own sake. Any charity you do, you should not tell people. You do it on your own. You're doing charity for yourself, not for the public. You're doing charity to the public, but not for the public. For your own. So those are the 12 main rashis is reflecting in our lives agenda. And again, all these remedies which I mentioned during these transitions This full moon yajna, I do on every full moon with 11 Pandits of group. You can go to my YouTube channel and see every full moon yajna. It's a beautiful yajna performing when they do perform under my guidance and supervision. We connect with all the planets, all the transitions in that month, and we focus on especially on the nakshatras and that month only, from moon to moon, like a full moon to full moon. So it's a great benefit. You can join every month, or you can sign up for the whole year, however you want. I think if you join for the whole year, you may get some price difference. But again, if you are interested, you can contact me. You can go through that link. And tomorrow, on the 3rd, we are doing the March 2nd, we are doing the full moon yajna. And on this full moon yajna, every full moon, we are doing a Dasha Mahavidya, one of the these 10 goddesses, very energetic forms of this cosmic world. We do that, and you can join in that as well. A lot of people join. This is actually, I'm doing 11th series, 11th year I'm doing this, and a lot of people join from the beginning with me. And if anybody wants to join now, you can join in a yearly program as well. Again, I just in the beginning also I mentioned this is the Rudrabhishek every day in Benares, in Kashi we are doing. And it's a beautiful, and why I started this is recently before Shivaratri I had during my meditation I felt some experience. The time is shifting and a lot of people needs to enlighten plus knowing themselves. So this is the most comprehensive and most effective remedy which I come through to offer Shiva sadhana. And in this Shiva sadhana, what I do is um, before every new moon, like we started on Mahashivratri. So before new moon, 1 or 2 days before, I will do the webinar. I will give the mantra for the next month as well. And we are worshipping the Shiva in the 12 different forms. So this month we are worshipping Shiva in the form of Somanatha. Next, we will worship the next form of Shiva. And then I will give the mantras and then chants. And once in a month, I can, interaction session, like you can share your experiences with me during this sadhana. If you want to join this sadhana with me for 12 months consecutive, you
But
can join. It is the right time for you to join now. And
yeah,
the offering is dollar a day for um, this remedy.
thank you, Punditji. So what we're going to have to do is have you stop sharing, and I think Michael's going to ask you some of these questions.
Sure, sure. So here, before I conclude my presentation, not the not talk, this offering arises from a sincere wish to serve during a time when many are seeking steadiness, clarity, and grounded spiritual support. So that is the reason this 1 year long sadhana I started. And you have my phone numbers and you have Michael and Denise contacts. You can contact me. Now I'm stop sharing, and I will answer any questions you have. And of course, I got a lot of questions, so I will try to answer these questions as well. Okay.
Hmm. Thank you, Punditji.
Before we start questioning, answering anybody, overall, just again, this is what I want to do since many years, but I'm coming more into once in a month kind of a sessions like this. If you have any suggestions, please give me. I will take it very positively.
Hmm.
Again, I'm a professional pundit. I'm not a professional speaker, and I'm not professional in English, but I can communicate with you. So pardon my English if there are any mistakes. Take the positiveness and good things from here, from my talk. Thank you, and I'm ready for questions.
Hmm. Thank you, Punditji.
What do you mean you're not a professional
He's a
speaker?
professional. We see you when you come.
Come
And
on.
before Michael gets into questions, come see Punditji in August. He'll be here doing it.
Some humility
August
there.
8th and 9th. Yeah, humility. How beautiful.
We'll say you're a professional with the energy.
Yeah.
Thank you.
The energy, and you're professional with the mantras, and you're a professional with service of your life to your temple, to your family, and to your community, and to Global Awareness Charitable Trust today. So we honor you for that, and thank you for being here. Several things I just want to add to. Somebody asked real quick, asked about what is yellow charity? Yellow charity is wearing yellow, giving bananas to monkeys, corn to
The
deer,
deer. Or the squirrels.
you got yellow flowers that you may wish to, yeah, you may wish to offer yellow flowers to, maybe you have a puja table, where Shiva's at, or Jesus is at, or Mother Mary, whatever it is that you have, yellow flowers is an offering there too. So that's what yellow puja is. We do have some questions here for you, yeah. And then I'll kind of circle back to some of the things that Punditji said about Shiva sadhana and about the full moon yagyas, which I think are both very powerful offerings. So these are questions that each of you at some point have offered in when you registered for the class, and we didn't see any new ones. I think we did have a lunar a question about the lunar. The Vedic is the lunar um, of your chart. That's what the Vedic, that's what he's speaking to. So if you don't know your lunar aspect of your chart, that's something we can, well, I think next time what we'll do is we'll actually in the beginning of the ceremony or the beginning of the presentation, we'll show the dates for the lunar. So each of you will know what your birthday is and you can say, okay, yeah, my lunar is this. Yeah.
You can also look it up. It's real,
It's
you can
it's
chat
pretty easy to look.
GPT,
Chat
put your
GPT,
information in,
yeah,
and
while we're on it now. So
yeah.
yeah. So Punditji, here are some of the questions. You ready?
Yes, sir.
What do the next few months look like energetically? And how best can we work with those energy to stay centered and calm?
It's a good question. So you can answer this question. I can answer this question in two levels. Like one is on a global level, one is on a personal level. But if we take it in a global level, we are all in globe, living in one globe, so we comes under personal also. So basically, from the Vedic point of view, the Vedic traditional point of view, when we see a Shani transits very active in a water sign, like a collective karma surfacing, or Rahu influence, or political or ideological houses in the chart, or slower outer grahas in collapse proximity, like a Saturn, Neptune, from modern correlation in standpoint, what you can expect is energetically is heightened psychological unrest, a lot of uncertainty, a lot of fear, ideological rigidity, distrust in institutions, and arguments and um, like in between the political parties, not agreeing one to other, economic restructuring, emotional vitality, and in the it's a totally, this is a very challenging period, you can say, energetically. But how you can cope up with this, there are ways to do, and definitely we again no need to scare. We all going through a big shift of time. Saturn represents for time as an akala, as I mentioned. So when Saturn is pretty strong, um, karma ripes. So Saturn is a teacher, basically. So he teaches very very strong. He's not just like a light teacher. So basically, in the energy wise, next few months, if you look at not only March, in a global show, in a globally, a lot of expose for hidden structures can happen, and dissolution of illusions. A lot of illusion can come out. We can realize the truth. Testing of the faith and system, and leadership will be in pressure, and a lot of emotional sensitivity in the world. I'm not talking about in one area. But again, Saturn does not destroy without purpose. There is a purpose, and he reorganizes. He does not distract only. So this is for a big new beginnings about to come. Does it answer?
Yes, thank
Good
you.
answer. Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you want to ask questions, honey?
I'm just looking over your shoulder. I was looking at the list. Yeah. And I want to
I
be
think
mindful if you do,
yeah, go ahead.
yeah, if you do need to jump off, we will be sending you the recording, but we're going to stay on and
Get to all the questions that we
do
can.
these as many as we can, as long as Punditji is still available. So thank you.
Because the next question, I think you sent me how to stay connected, centered, right?
Mm-hmm.
How to stay centered and calm.
During these
Well,
chaotic energies.
According to the Vedic Jyotish, in my practical practice and my experience, I can speak, um, especially when Saturn is strong and stability comes from, make your life proper routine and discipline. It is very important. Eating, sleeping, waking up, and service to humanity, and live simplicity. Don't show off. Reduce media consumption, which is very hard for political people, but regular ordinary people we can. Again, we don't need to show what we are doing to others. We just do for ourselves, because we do things to others, helping others. We are not helping them, we are helping ourselves. And be kind to one to other. Let go the egos, let go the anger, compassionate to each other, grounding and participating in right rituals. And daily your sadhana, your spiritual practice for the certain energy to stabilize. Wake up early morning, sleep early, oil lamp light at your altar, and do the mantras, recitation or listening mantras or Murchinjaya, and do a lot of karma yoga. Karma yoga means go to nearby temples or organizations, let your body work, not mind, let your body work. That is karma yoga. Saturn definitely rewards maturity. So it is very important to stay, keep your lifestyle simple, you will be fine. I'm not talking these questions, I'm not just addressing only for March, in general for the whole year.
Beautiful. Thank you.
Next question.
You have kind of mentioned this already with your overview, but we're going to be a little bit just, again, be specific. Will the U.S. continue to be divided? Will things settle down, or is war coming? And if war is coming, what can we do to mitigate
I think
that?
this question was asked before last night. We all know what happened last night.
If you notice this already, you know what's happening today, this morning in some parts of the world, right? So you're already noticing. Again, Saturn. So to come to war, to happen, real war, Mars needs to be activated, Rahu needs to be activated. But right now, Saturn is acting more. So Saturn is like a restructuring. Not if you call war, yes, you can call war. But honestly, these kind of wars are happening all the time. So, um, is if you ask me, US divided, continue to divided until and unless people realizes their the eternity of themselves, they keep dividing themselves. So it will come to an end, but definitely not next few months. And according to the astrological standpoint of view, when Rahu influences national charts, polarization increases, conspiracy and misfortune can be happen, and extremes can be amplified. Like, trying to show each other fault instead of addressing the problem. And Saturn especially brings during the transition of Saturn, institutional strains, legal restructuring can be happen, and accountability cycles also can happen. So war indicators in Vedic astrology definitely require a Mars activation with Rahu and Ketu, but it is not happening that. So affliction to seventh and 10th house in the national charts, like in a geographically, if I made a, if I look at the US chart or different countries' charts, you can seventh and 10th house. And it needs to show that, like a war. Eclipse patterns impacting military houses. So it's because of this eclipse is right now. See, the war, I think in right now, US Israel war, the Iran war just started in the corner of the eclipse. So you can imagine how powerful these eclipses are. So definitely you can call this war. This is as a war, but this is not actual war. Mars activation with Rahu, and at present the energy is more. That is the reason you may feel all this. Cold tensions, psychological warfare, and ideological conflict can happen. And not necessarily immediate physical war you can consider, but there are a lot of things in between. Someone can declare war to show off their power. Someone can declare their war to protect themselves. So these all are lot of miscommunication is happening in between, and some this between two countries miscommunication, somebody else are benefiting. Division is definitely in a Saturn. Rahu is very important. So that is the reason I consider this is not a war. This is uh, a restructuring is happening. But of course, uncertainty is there, and this is the what everyone's mind. Lot of fear is there, and that fear is not letting people make right decisions.
Well said. Yeah. So go ahead.
Yeah, this next question is kind of vague, kind of broad, but I think if we ask the two questions together, they kind of make sense. So I'm going to ask them together. The first question is, as we enter a new yuga, which is talking about the great cycle, the I guess we're talking about the Vedic cycles. Will all beings be affected by these yugas, or only those who have done their work, right?
Okay. So basically, before I answer that, to mitigate these conflicts going on in between the countries, between the people, between the cities, between family members, the astrology is teaching to create a collective karma can be softened through some actions. like group meditations and joining in a group yajna and doing a charity, dharmic leadership, like, in the presentation, what we talk mostly, feeding people, doing annadana, feeding cows. These all can reduces the violence when tamasic energies are transmuted into sattva. So, we cannot control nations. Neither we cannot control the people's mind. But what we can do, we can control our own actions. You can stabilize the field around you. If you're living in a 4 bedrooms house, you can control that energy during that around that house. If everyone does that, so automatically the sattvic energy can flow. And that action can repels outward. So it will help the world too. So now to answer your question about the yuga, at present we are living in Kali Yuga, and still long ways to go to end this Kali Yuga. Many people think, okay, Kali Yuga is coming to an end and Sat Yuga is beginning and blah, blah, blah. But honestly, we are a long way to go. And there is no classical textual indication anywhere written, literally, we are entering into Sat Yuga, because we are still in the first part of the Kali Yuga. However, it may be entering into a sub-cycle shift within Kali Yuga. That is what I was talking about, the time shift. It is a big shift. The consciousness shift is happening. In Vedic cosmology, normally in the cosmos, cosmic energy, what we see is when dharma declines sharply, the dharma means the righteous path, two things can happen usually. Those with an inner clarity awakens more deeply, or those heavily attached to material identity feel more disturbed. Right now, mostly 90% of the people are saying those heavily attached to material identity feels destructive. So these things creates what happens to be a split. But split is internal within us, not geographical. So dharma, the yuga is not changing. Maybe a shift within the yuga, sub changing, the time, the shifting. You can address that. So that may bring some split in society, that may bring some split in the family members, because of we are all different people. But even though we have a different personalities, we should live all in one community. That is what the Shiva Tattva is teaching. If you look at the Shiva's family picture, I don't have to show it right now, but if you can imagine, I can describe you. Shiva and his consort Parvati, with 2 children, Ganesha and Kartikeya, they are in one family. And their vehicles are, Shiva's vehicle is bull, Divine Mother's vehicle is a lion, Ganesha's vehicle is a mouse, and Kartikeya's vehicle is a peacock. And in Shiva's body, he wears all his ornaments with snakes. Now, if you look at in this family, lion is an enemy to bull, peacock is enemy to snake, rat is enemy to snake. But all are living in one family. Even though different personalities, the family is one. So that is what we all needs to think about it. So live in diversity with unity.
Yes. Thank you, Punditji.
And that's the reorientation
Yes.
that's happening. Those aspects that no longer serve the unity.
Diversity in unity is very important.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So next question you have?
I think you just said will there be a split in society? And if so, what will it look like? And I think you kind of addressed that. There is a split in the family. There could be a split in the United States. There could be a split in the world. What is it going to look like? I guess is the question. And I think you've addressed that. But if there's anything else that you want to say about it before we move to the next question.
Well, basically the energies, the energetic subside is very important. Some of the planetary transitions, when it happens, the planets does their job, and we have to, if for example, if the road construction is happening, we don't stop our travel. We find a reroute. So we have to find a reroute when these things are happening. And that is the reason you need to be more spiritual, do your sadhana, talk to your spiritual person or your guru or your priest, your pundit, and guidance is important.
Mm.
Global tensions will not switch off. That is there. But spikes reduce after major eclipse coordinations passes. Definitely it happens.
Mm.
We are in restructuring decade, not a restructuring week. So it's not something happening, okay, so next week what happens? We are in the restructuring decade.
Wow.
Well, you said how to best serve others and myself with love. You've kind of mentioned that the whole time about
A
how,
lot of people ask that question, how best to serve this time or
Best serving is, as I said, when you do serve, don't tell anyone what you did for others. Keep your service to yourself. Be kind to each other. Because no matter what it is, you won't get your neighbor's wealth. Your neighbor cannot get yours wealth. What is written in your books, it will be yours only. So why this kind of all this war is happening, or all this is happening? You all know, you are all very well knowledgeable people in the mundane level, practical material world than me. All is happening for power hunger, money hunger, and dollar hunger, oil hunger.
Mm. Yeah.
They want to keep their identity. So in the we all needs to keep our identity in the eyes of God, not eyes of somewhere else. So serve, compassionate to others. If you have a 10 rupees, $10, help $1 to other if you can afford. Mankind, and be kind to animals, be kind to the nature, be kind to our society. That is the most important for the human life.
Yeah.
the next question I heard you answer it in saying these intense energies are going to be happen for the next decade, but when will the intense energetics felt by everyone subside according to the Vedic astrology
Again,
for
it depends on
the
your
planet?
sadhana, Mike, because when you're doing a strong sadhana, these things won't even bother you.
Right.
You're doing your lifestyle, you keep your routine. These things doesn't bother you at all because your sadhana will take over. So why should we worry about when we will feel or why we don't feel? We just keep on doing our sadhana for ourselves, and then automatically your job is what to do yourself. Their job is to do whatever they need to do. Let them do their job, you do your job. Because this is all karmic synchronization has to happen each on each other.
Yeah.
It is a very important the system. of time is a consciousness mapping system. So every consciousness. So that is the way it happened. And that is the way the yuga dharma is also teaching us. Do you karmanya Bhagavad Gita teaches us karmanyevadhikaraste ma phaleshu kadachana. Do your job. Don't expect the results. But we expect the results first before we do the action. Because human is in the trouble because high expectations and low acceptance.
Yeah.
So, instead of thinking, just connect to your sadhana, connect to yourself, ground energy, you will be fine. Any other questions?
This is kind of an interesting question. How can Vedic astrology help us with health and protection from evil eyes?
My answer is previously I already gave you the answer. Accept everything what comes into your life. At the same time, you expect also, but be happy what you get. Because everything happens in this world for a reason, and that to be a good reason. Especially in the Vedic astrology, the health disturbance often related to, again, the astrological chart, sixth house activation, Mars Rahu affliction, Saturn stress, moon weekends, all these things. But we are all beyond this, our own sadhana matters. Protection methods from all these transitions, strengthen moon emotional stability in your mind, meditation, and focus in your keep focus in your goal, strengthen the to lagna, do charity work, and follow time to time this group yagyas, like as again I'm don't think I'm selling my yagya, but I recommend every single person who are spiritual join in this offering of 1 year sadhana. You can see wonders. Again, it is a beautiful sadhana. It will aligns you with the time. So it will give you the automatically protection and evil eyes. You cannot ask, if somebody is sending you a negative energy, you cannot stop them. But what you can do is you can shield yourself with the right energy from yourself.
Yeah.
Because jealousy you cannot control. Right now, you can see in the world, in between the countries, a lot of jealousy is there. And protection comes from strong prana, agni, and aura. These are things we need to create on our own selves. And that things comes with our own spiritual practice.
Prana is life force.
That's right.
Agni is fire, the elemental fire. What was the last one you said?
Aura,
Aura.
aura, aura.
That's your sovereignty. That's the strength of your energetic field. So, which kind of leads me
So,
into the next question, Punditji.
so if a
Um,
quantum physics level, our body, when you sit on the ground, that energy of the ground and your energy of your body needs to connect each other. But right now, 90%, 99% human they are disconnected. So, yes, what is your next question?
well, I kind of want to, I'm going to say the next question. Quantumly, when he speaks of quantum, he's speaking of the energy of the field. What's the field? The field is at the micro level of the the cells, the atoms, the atomic energy. As you go deeper and deeper in, you're getting to the level of consciousness, and the level of consciousness has a gravity to it. It has a connection to it. What is that connection? We call it quantum. We call it gravity. We call it all the magnetics. We call all these different energies. And when we work with ourselves and we connect through our chakras, we connect to the planet of Mother Earth. And when we do that, we are in service to Mother Earth, and Mother Earth is a service to us, and we elevate each other and it elevates us. And what he's saying is we've been disconnected to that. And so, with the question kind of like that we got next is what does the Yagya do to help us with these energies? And why do we want to be a part of one?
That was last question.
Very good question. In a Vedic physics standpoint, what does yajna do? Yajna generates coherent sound frequency when you chant mantra, uses geometric fire altar structure in the physics level, engage specific herbs in the yajna, the in the what do you call it? In the ingredients. It invokes the devata tattva, the divine energy, and then it affects on purifying subtle atmosphere in the cosmos, reduce the tamasic negative vibrations, and it will align individual life force with cosmic rhythm. That is the what Shiva's cosmic field, the Nataraja, and soften karmic intensity. So when you participating in this yajna, I recommend to, of course, you do the customization yajna for yourself, but whenever you get a chance to participate in a cosmic level, collective group yajna, participate to do uh, your role towards to this universe. Because collective ritual amplifies the sattva expansionally. It will improves. Like an example, one ghee lamp or one candle removes the darkness locally. Like if you one lamp can do only one, so much area. But the 1,000 lamps shift the whole field. So that is what we are doing this yajna on August with 365 lamps. So each lamp represents for each year, each day of the year. So you need to, that is the reason collective consciousness is very important. And that is the reason when you do a collective consciousness, everybody's, your intention, all intentions comes into one place and it creates the cosmic energy. Does it make sense to you?
It does. I'm going to add a little if I can. Um, Yagya's fire is the element of fire. It's a purifying energy. It's a transmuting energy. So when the pundits are chanting mantras, they're tones, they're codes, codes. Om Namah Shivaya. They're codes that your DNA recognizes. Your DNA starts to feel them. You're chanting the tones, you're like ringing a bell. It starts in your crown chakra, it moves into your DNA. And so what he says a coherence field is created is when you start to feel the bounce of it. You start to feel the way that you are the wave. Your DNA is responding to the mantras. You're creating a standard way, a standing wave pattern. Now we think those standing wave patterns last 10 minutes. So we go away and we go back to our world, but you don't realize he's saying that those standing patterns of Namah Shivaya, this purity of this energy, sits there for years after you do a work. So your service may be 365, we're doing 365 candles, but it's lasting for years afterwards. Every time you do a ceremony, you do it at your house or you do it, in a group collective like we're doing in August during the Lionsgate, that energy goes out into not just Chad's Ford or not just Pennsylvania, but it's going into the grid of the planet that's staying for a full year. So you're like clearing the ley lines, you're clearing the accitonal lines of the planet and the United States by working with yagas, and you're doing it at the quantum level, which is a purification at your emotional level, purification of your mind. And when he speaks about aligning, you're aligning to Mother Earth at the global level, and you become a standing wave. And that's one of the ways in which I
It's
heard what he was speaking, right?
it's a quantum experience. Yeah.
Did I accurately
Yeah,
explain
absolutely.
some of that?
So here, I'm just going a little bit previous questions. To serve with love in this testing period, especially during the Saturn transits, emotional maturity is important. Listening more than reacting. Serving without superiority, which I already mentioned this. Building stable structure and supporting elders. Our elders are our forefathers, elders. Don't forget your ancestors who are deceased. Offer a glass of water every day towards to the plant. Think of your elders and ancestors. Love during this Saturn time is very important. Consistency is very important and not emotional drama. To make it, this all together, to summarize this whole thing, many of you thinking world is ending. Please don't think world is not ending. World is reorganizing. Division is not karmic suffering and surfacing. War is not astrologically inevitable. Yuga shift or inner shift, not the yuga. Those people who cultivate the who are the people who cultivate steadiness will feel the anchored. And this is very, it is those resisting change will feel turbulence. Again, our role as a one person, as a human, is not to save the globe. Our role is to stabilize our own consciousness and serve from there. We cannot save the globe. All we can create our own consciousness field, make it stronger, more positive, and serve from there.
Mm. Well said. Mm. Thank you, Punditji.
So,
Well, yeah, we're at almost 1:30, so I just want to be mindful of time. And this was really amazing and so informative. And
And I hope
we'd
I
love,
answered all the questions you have. And if you get more questions, I'm happy to answer through the mail also.
yeah,
And again, I recommend everyone who are join now, or who are, how many people registered for, by the way, this?
a little over 20. So
Okay,
we
good.
had, yeah.
So, I recommend everyone, whoever listening and who will be listening to my talk, please join in month of August when I'm coming there. And I believe in month of August, I'm doing a retreat in California, the Vedic mantra retreat. Still, I'm finalizing things. You can join me over there also. It's in Los Angeles area, night in the mountains area somewhere. Nice nature.
Los Angeles could use the mantras.
Yeah. We'll make sure we get all that information to
Yeah.
everyone, Panaji, and we'd love to have you back. maybe April or May, and do another tune in. Maybe in, 8 weeks, do another check-in. I think people,
Yes, but I'm preparing myself every month, last week of the month, doing this predictions for the next month.
okay,
If you're all interested, definitely we can do that.
that would be terrific.
And this the 1 year sadhana, Shiva sadhana yagya. If you want to join, visit my website and participate in it.
Yeah.
Well, thank
And
you for planning this.
whoever is participating in this group already, some people signed up. Thank you very much from bottom of my heart. And because it is happening in Kashi, the city will be there in the during of destruction also.
Yeah. Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you very much for your
And
planting the seed in our collective awareness here, and we'll hope to water it and see you next month. And let us know, people that are listening, if you want to join again and you want to see Punditji again, let us know,
Yeah. So,
and we'll send out
I
little
will do the
green.
concluding prayer. Om Sahana Bhavatu Sahano Bhunaktu Sahaviryankaravavahai Tejasvinamedhitavastu ma vidvishavahai. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Thank you.
Om
Shanti,
Namah Shivaya.
Shanti,
Om
Shanti.
Namah Shivaya.